Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Now please put in the chat if you can hear me and if you can hear the music in the background, just to make sure that everything is working everything's working properly. Let's see. Let us see if everything's going to plan. You guys should be able to hear me, so let me know if you can hear me. Okay, good. Thank you, Craze. Thank you, K's Crazy. All right. Welcome to the stream, guys. It has been 8 months. It's been 8 months since we've had our last stream. And I am hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Now, please put in the chat if you can hear me. All right. I had my other stream playbacks just coming to my ears and I was like, what's going on? Anyway, hold on. Okay. So, yeah, you can't hear the music right now because it's kind of quiet. Made sure that the volume was a little lower. Let's put it a little louder so everyone can just enjoy it. There you go. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I am so happy that for some of you, this is your first stream. And I'm so excited to get to meet you guys. It's just going to be awesome. So, without further ado, let's get started. Some of you say you can't hear the music. I got some people did say they can, so okay, yeah. Well, the music's gonna be quiet because you guys gotta hear me, so it's probably just gonna be a background ornament. Anyway, we're ready. We're ready to get started. It's been too long. Let's start the stream. Let's do it. Here we go. Welcome to the Noble Frugal Studio experience. Okay, so the music is low. How about now? Let me check. Let's see. Not really down with that song, to be honest. Okay. Today we're going to work on some line art for Castle Dark. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear what I have prepared for this stream. It's been a really long time. So the last stream was in February. It was in February. I can't remember, maybe mid-February. So that was 8 months ago. And it's been a really, really long time. And there's so many more of you since then. Hello. What's going on? Hey, SKTCG. What's going on? What's going on, man? Some new faces around here. It's crazy. Okay. So to answer, Terrific Animation asks if how long the stream's gonna be. Usually I stream for about an hour. And yeah, usually my streams are about 59 minutes. So that's how long it's gonna be. Let's get set up here. So we have these background characters that we're gonna be working on today. Are you asking if this music is original? I didn't make it. I'm using a music streaming sort of program to stream non-copyright music. That's what I'm doing. Sketch Kid wanted a shout out, so there you go, Sketch Kid. There, what's going on? And also Kendra Granville. How are you guys? All right, let's get set up here. So I need to make a vector layer. What I do is I use vector layers just for line art, and then I convert them into raster and add colors to them. But this is not just animation today. This is motivation. So what motivating things have happened in the world of animation recently? Well, I can tell you one of the things was Alan Becker released this amazing 14-minute long animated short. It was amazing. It's a fight sequence between stickmen, and it just has wonderful animation. Just hands. Let's give Alan Becker a round of applause real quick. That is just. It was. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys seen it? If you've seen it, then give him a round of applause. Mention it in the chat if you've seen Alan Becker's new animation. That thing was off the rails, man. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. It's so worth it. It's really, really worth it. I think you can probably just search Alan Becker and it'll come up. It has like 3 million views already. That was awesome, and it was just amazing. All right, so we're gonna create a new layer in this extremely complicated sequence of animation. We're gonna name our level. Let's see. A lot of you guys are asking if I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube after, and yes, I will. I'll be uploading this to YouTube after because that's how I like streams. Did anyone hear that giant desktop noise? Sorry. So I'm naming my level and then it didn't let me click out of it. So sorry for the Windows noises, if there are any. Okay. We got the line art layer. Lines for this. Name the level Joseph. No. I don't know if I'll be able to find it later. I'm using OpenTunes, if you're wondering. I was gonna use Tahoma for this, but I was gonna be animating one of the sequences where the cart is, you know, going across the screen in this dining hall looking place, but it's kind of boring and it's really tedious. It doesn't really require any real drawing, so I wanted to do something more exciting for the stream. Drawing some characters. Let's turn that down. Get this party started. I think I turned the wrong one down. Use the mouse for this. Let's do it right. There we go. Okay. We have currently 71 viewers, and I want to tell you guys there's some new cool things about this stream. If you guys subscribe to the channel, or you guys what's it called, if you guys donate via super chat, there's a special animation that's gonna play on screen. I programmed it to do that. It's really, really dope. Someone's spamming the chat. I don't think that's really fair. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Let's answer, before I get started doing the line work, I'm going to answer a few questions. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to be uploading the stream after. I think I mentioned that. Can you recommend a free animation software for a weaker PC? I can't say I know of one. Maybe Pencil 2D or Tupi, Tupi, and then Pencil 2D. I think those are like more basic. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, someone unsubscribed and resubscribed. I'm not really sure. It should be working because it worked while I was setting up the stream. I've seen people subscribing. Oh, there it is. Nice. Someone got the animation playing. That's so awesome. Awesome, guys. So actually, I made the sounds in the animation myself. I wanted to make the stream as customized as possible. Let's see. All right. I'll do one more question, then we'll get started. One more. I'm looking for my vector brush here. I think it's this one. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's see. Thank you. Someone said that. I'm there. Oh, sweet. We got another subscriber. I love that when that animation plays, man. It looks so cool. I love how you construct your characters. That's by Terrific. Thank you. Thank you, Terrific. What are the pigs in the front doing? Are they sleeping? The pigs in the front are old, and they're just kind of standing and loitering. That's what they're doing. All right, we're gonna get this thing started. We're gonna get into the stream. It's gonna be great. All right, let's see. Is this the size I want this brush? Let's see if we just render that line real quick. That's fine. It's a good size for it. I'm probably going to zoom in here a bunch because I need a lot more space than this to draw. Just hover this down. Oh, which function am I using? Okay, we're going to use zoom for this. Use the zoom function. For my tablet right here. There we go. Zoom in. Yeah, so it's been since February that we've had a stream. And as you guys know, Castle Dark didn't release February 1st. Just like was planned. And then it also didn't release that coming spring, as you probably can guess why. Yeah, definitely things have changed, and the months to follow are just absolutely crazy, and we're feeling the effects of that today. And so, but Castle Dark is still going to come out. I'm not planning on quitting the project. Someone asked me, let me go up to see who asked me. They asked me early in the stream, and I said I was going to answer it. Let's see. Where did I put that question? I think it deleted, but they basically asked me why I'm still working on Castle Dark. And why haven't I moved on since it's been 2 years? And it's been way more than 2 years, actually. It's been like five whole years of working on Castle Dark. Episode 1, a 3-minute short film. And yeah, so why am I still working on it? Because I want to prove to myself that I can finish it. I know finishing for me as an artist has been probably one of the hardest things to do for such a long time. And now that I have the chance, I have all the rough animation for Castle Dark done. This is the project that I can finish. I don't have to start something new to finish it. And I really want to prove to myself I can do this, because if I can't finish episode 1, how's there any chance for episode 2? You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's answer a question. It says, hello, I like your animations. You're the one who inspired me to do animation. Really, really happy to hear that. I hope to see some of your stuff come out soon too. I love seeing stuff from my subscribers. Let me see if this music's too... I hear it's too quiet for you guys. Put a little louder. See if you guys can hear that. We got 70 people watching. That's probably the most we've had. Let's see. For someone who's never animated in their life, what would be some of the benefits in storytelling compared to comics? So, okay, that's a really good question, actually. Because, with comics are still images. But nonetheless, they can still sell some really... they can really do some solid storytelling. I loved comics. I read them a lot in middle school and in high school. And I'm going to skip this song, sorry. I'm not down with that. I love comics, and I think what animation has over comics, that's a good question. I think animation, you can just customize the movement better than you can, well, not better, but you can elaborate on each movement more, because a comic, you just have one panel frame of a person's emotions. Say the person's crying, you just get one shot of them. You can have multiple panels of the same person crying. Maybe they're going through different waves of emotion, but with animation you can get even more subtle between each tear that falls. You can make completely different. And I think animation suspends the viewer easier. Like, it's more, it can keep your attention longer. Not that comics don't keep, comics kept my attention for a long time, but if you're not into comics or you don't read them, then I think animation has that sort of effect where you might, you know, it catches your eye, it catches your interest. Other than that, I think comics are great. I think comics are awesome. If you have a comic, it's really easy to translate it into animation since you basically already have the storyboard for your animation done. So, yeah, that's a good question. Let's see. See what else we got. Hey Noble, do you line art with vectors and color with raster levels? Yes, I do the line art with vectors, and then I convert the vectors to rasters and color them because vector coloring is a nightmare. I've been practicing 6 hours daily in animation. Is it enough or do I need to put more hours? Wow, that's a lot. I'd focus on it depends on what you're practicing. If you're learning about timing charts and you're learning the 12 principles of animation, that's great. It's not really about the time, it's more about what you're learning, how you're retaining the information, how much practice you're getting. 6 hours is a lot though, so I definitely focus on nailing the basics. I think 6 hours is too much for me. I don't know what's too much for you. Maybe putting that much effort is all right for you. But for me, that'd be too much. I would want to scale it back and then just focus on learning a few things instead of trying to cram. But if it's working out for you, man, that's cool. Keep doing what you're doing. It really depends on what you're learning though, what you're studying, what you're practicing. I'm gonna change the station because with Castle Dark being a medieval aesthetic, I'm not down with the EDM. I want it to be like sort of, you know, medieval sounding. Let's go to Epic. Let's go to the Epic station and see what happens. There we go. Did you change and rewrite the plot for Castle Dark as you went, and got ideas while animating, or did you have a final story written in stone and you've just been animating from that? So realistically, I kind of had the idea for Castle Dark and then I sort of made it up as I went along in the storyboards, and then I just did animation after that. I have an idea. I have a whole Google Doc of like ideas now. But I really went up like when I was doing the storyboards, I just came up with it as I went along. So that's how that happened. All right, let's get this big eyebrow done. I like this song. It's kind of epic. Okay, make sure to save. I'm gonna make sure to save often because if you guys know OpenTunes, you know what happens when you don't save often. OpenTunes always crashes on startup. Do you have a fix for this? It doesn't crash on startup for me, so I don't exactly know. It could be a RAM problem. I would check your computer specs first, and then see if it's like overloading. If OpenToonz is like overloading it or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but sorry. Let's see. Let's put some wrinkles over here in this ear. Indicate that his ear's over there. Oh, someone asked me my opinion on the Artist 12 by XP Pen. I don't know if you guys mean the Artist 12 Pro or the Artist 12, because I wouldn't get the Artist 12. I get the Artist 12 Pro. Yeah. I animate on my phone because OpenToonz is too large. Do you know any computer apps that are not as big on memory? So I think that because of the complexity of the things that OpenToonz can do, like it can do effects, it can do multiple layers, it can do vectors. It's such a big program. Oh, we got a subscriber. Thank you for coming. It's such a big program. I think it can be really intense on like lower, like weaker computers with like not as fast processors or not as many cores. So I recommend Pencil 2D, I guess. I only used it for like a short period of time when I was like before OpenToonz was even here. So I don't know too much about it, but it probably be fine if you're looking for something that's like not very CPU intensive. Yeah, you gotta be all right. If anyone knows more about Pencil 2D, definitely help that guy out in the chat. Show some compassion for your fellow animators. Help him out. Alright. Alright, let's see. Let me see what else I can... I want to go back a little bit because I think I missed a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely get a PC with a lot of RAM if you're going to try to run OpenToonz. It eats up RAM, but, you know, and it doesn't use multiple cores as much as it should. The OpenToonz is like based off of an older software. Excuse me, but yeah, it's based off of, it's not like the most modern multi-core functioning software, so it should use more of your PC's processing power, but it doesn't. Like right now, mine's pretty choppy right now, except for I can still stream and stuff like that. But yeah, you probably just want to upgrade the RAM for OpenToonz. Can I animate with a mouse? I get this question a lot. I get this question a lot more than you'd think, and I think you can, but I wouldn't. It's kind of because you have to make some precise lines. Like if you use the shape tool, I understand. If you use the shape tool, like that's one thing. You can make like sort of simplified animations, but for most stuff, I feel like I can get carpal tunnel just by drawing normally or inking my drawing. So I wouldn't animate with a mouse. I'd buy a cheaper drawing tablet and I'd draw with that, because I feel like doing it with a mouse is kind of dangerous, because you can get carpal tunnel syndrome from doing anything with a mouse normally. So I don't know, I wouldn't, but you definitely can. Just a little bit of a health concern there for me, at least. I'm all about ergonomics and making sure that my desk where I animate is not affecting my health in a negative way. So, but definitely, I don't know if I can approve of animating with a mouse. I definitely wouldn't. I would just go for the tablet, so it's not as hard on your hands. Will you do storytime animations, or will you stick to making tutorials and updates? Probably. I mean, there's no one's stopping me. I could do storytime animations. I did make one before, for another person's channel. That was kind of fun. I mean, I have to think about some stories to tell. No, I would love to though, because I like those videos for their they're really entertaining to watch. You know, stories are always stories are usually like sort of surprising. I do have stories that I would tell. I just have to think about it, like, you know, animation wise, how I would set myself apart from some of the other channels. I would probably make mine, the animations themselves would be like maybe higher quality. Is that what I'm looking for? More expensive, more time. It would take a lot more time for me to animate mine because I want the animation to be like really, really good. Let's see. Let's get this eye in there. My starter tablet costed 50 euros and it lasted 2 years before I upgraded. So go cheap and then expand. Yeah, I agree with that completely. Completely agree with that. That person is correct. What would be an ideal first project? Probably a project where the characters are simple, like Castle Dark is my first animated film. So probably a project where the characters are easy to replicate, easy to draw again. That's actually the main reason why Pi looks the way he does. It's the foundation for the entire style of the series, because I wanted something that wasn't, because I had another idea, but that was like full body animation characters, so it's a little much as a beginner. I would go with something like that's a little easier. Like that's why Mickey Mouse looks the way he does. He's simple, he's easy to draw again and again. So I would go for something that's like simplified in some way. At least easy to replicate. You gotta balance being easy to draw and appealing to you and your viewers. I think I've definitely struck. I hit a home run with Castle Dark though, because the characters are really easy to draw, definitely enjoyable to draw. I think they look pretty cool too. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, this thing is running pretty slowly. There we go. I do wish OpenToonz would use a little more of my CPU, because I got it for intense animation things, and the only program that I have on my computer that actually uses it is the editing program I use, DaVinci Resolve. That's really the only program that pushes my computer to the limit. Really. OpenToonz doesn't do much to it. OpenToonz will just struggle and it won't ask for any more power. Mateus Borges says, amazing work, man. Is that Borges or Borges? I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you. He says, amazing work, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Will Castle Dark have any intelligible dialogue, or will it be completely silent? Yeah, because they're pigs. That makes sense. That's a good question. I don't know about in the future. In the future, maybe. In future episodes. I think for chapter 1, 2, and 3, I don't think there's going to be much dialogue, but for the ones after that, I think there could be some, so we'll see. I just got to work within my means here, you know. I don't have any voice actors currently, so I'm not planning on adding any dialogue. At least at the moment. This is actually looking really, really good. I'm enjoying this line art phase, because when I'm doing the cart, I'm animating a vehicle going across the screen. I just hit the mic. Sorry about that. It's so much more boring. It's not fun at all. Animating that cart going across the screen and doing perspective. The planning phase of it is kind of cool, kind of difficult. You get this kind of cool challenge. Animation challenge that I've never done before, but actually animating it is just tedious and not fun. It is not fun at all. So that's why I chose not to do that for this stream. I definitely wouldn't want to bore everyone. Drawing the same, copy and pasting the same wheel. It'd just be boring. This is the first stream in 8 months. I'm not gonna I'm gonna bore everybody. Let's see. Let's get this things to line up. Is this line not filling in? Hold on, is that? Let me render this real quick because I think this line is looking really strange. Okay, it's fine. Just show. This is the visualization of the line is just a little kooky. This thing's lagging so much. Each time I lift my pen, I gotta make sure I'm in the same spot, or it'll just jump up. So, but I am streaming right now, so that's definitely one of the causes for some lag. Let's see. Let's ask. Let's look for another question. It's good that they're asking a lot of questions because I'm glad that it's not silent here. What's your workflow with audio? Do you put it on OpenTunes or do you do the audio after the fact? I'm going to put it on Resolve because OpenTunes, it's not that. It's just that the audio quality after you export it isn't that great. So I'll put the audio in OpenTunes, right? Time it and stuff like that, but then I'll just throw the animation clip in Resolve, and then I'll just add the sound again over that. That's what I plan to do. Okay. Malcolm Brown says, "You've been such an inspiration to me. Thank you for your inspirational and motivational videos. Keep making dope content." Thank you, Malcolm. Thank you for watching my stuff. Thanks for supporting my work. It really helps me, man. It's just, I never thought that this channel would ever get this big. In the period of, what, like 8 months? Only like a year. It's almost been a year. I think it's been around 8 months. My channel has grown so large thanks to you guys, and I'm so grateful. You guys are the best, literally. How long do you animate? Because I will animate until it's 4 a.m. So I recommend that you set for yourself an objective for each day. Like when I animated the cart for I'm keep mentioning the cart. You guys haven't seen the cart. If you go on Patreon, you guys would have already seen it. And I broke down the whole what I'm going to be doing this week. When I animated the cart and I animated the waiter pushing the cart, which I don't think you guys are going to see in this stream, but maybe in the next one. I had 33 drawings to do total, and so I split it up over 7 days. I think it came about to like 4.7 drawings per day, and so I just did 5 drawings per day and 3 drawings on the final day, and that worked out really well. I recommend having an objective like that. If you can spare, like say you have the same thing as me, but you want to do 10 drawings a day, you just do 10 drawings for 33 frames, 10 drawings a day and 3 drawings on the last day. So how long you animate really depends on your objective, and I think it's definitely worth it to set an objective for each, like for the week, and then an objective of like a quota you have to meet each day. That's definitely something I recommend. All right, let me look at another question. Do you ever struggle with drawing poses for storyboards? Yes, poses are a little bit hard, but if you have a lot of, oh snap, if we have a lot of reference for a pose, then it's pretty simple. Let's see, done. Let's see. Go. Let's see. I wonder how Nilo Geologo said done, and they put my name in orange. I'm not sure what that means. Am I missing something? Let's see. Anyway, thank you for joining the stream. I was wondering if that was what the super chats look like. I'm not entirely sure what they look like. I've never. The notification didn't come up, so I'm gonna depend on the stream to notify me when people subscribe and stuff like that. Because a few people subscribed earlier, and that was dope. Let's see. Let's see. Personally, I like to animate by 2s, which would be 12 FPS. I don't know about you guys. So yeah, 12 drawings per second. Animating on 2s looks really good. That little animation, little subscribe animation, definitely looks really good because I animated that in 2s. Hey, Darren T's here. What's going on, Darren T? Oh snap! What's going on? If you guys wanted a course that's already out, I know I plan to make my free animation course. Darren T has a course already. I forget what it's on, but he has a fully and complete and OpenToonz traditional animation course already out. I saw that and I was blown away. I'm like, man, yeah, he definitely goes deep into the knowledge of OpenToonz, and I'm if you guys wanted a course right now, I recommend go checking that out and buying it. Will there be warthogs in Castle Dark? I have no idea. We'll have to see. Terrific wanted me to start rapping on stream. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. At least not this stream. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the rap commercial I made for that lamp on the how to make your own animations video. I'm glad you enjoyed that because I make music all the time, but I never shared it with anyone. I never shared it with you guys, but I wanted to get better at it, so I decided to just start making sponsorship segments. That's hard to say. Like more interesting to watch. So I hope that made it bearable because I skip ads all the time, but I can't have you guys skipping my ads. I don't like when people put like boring ads in their videos, so I'm not gonna do that for my videos. I decided to make it fun. So I hope you guys appreciate that. I think a lot of you did. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Okay, cool. So Darren just said that his course is on Udemy. I didn't want to say that and then for it to be wrong. Okay, he said it's on Unity. And he also wants me to rap. No, I'm not gonna do It's on Udemy. He has links on his YouTube channel and Discord. Definitely check that out, guys. That's awesome. You guys are begging me. I'm not gonna rap on the stream, guys. Imagine turning on a live stream after 8 months. You're so excited, and then your subscribers want you to embarrass yourself by trying to rap over the background music. It would end terribly. Have some empathy for me. Let's see. Someone said something. Oh, sweet. So Anonymous Nonsense just subscribed. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to the channel, Anonymous. Let's see. Lunimation says, hi, can you give me some animation advice, please? Learn how to make timing charts and learn how to in between. I'd say learn timing and spacing and then learn timing charts and you'll be good, because I just learned that and I realized I've been animating wrong my entire life. So learn those two things and you'll be set. You can look up timing and spacing on YouTube. I'd recommend a channel called Tonico Pantoja. His videos are really good. He makes one about timing charts, and then he also makes one about breakdowns in animation. Watch those two things and follow what he says. Oh yeah, my animations have leveled up within the last month when I just applied those rules. How do you make an animated series as a kid? A lot of people ask me that. They say like, "Oh, I'm this many years old. Can I still do it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just go ahead. Nothing's stopping you. I mean, if your parents tell you not to, that's one thing. I can't supersede that. I'm not gonna get on a Discord call with your parents and tell them why. If that's what you're asking, then maybe you should hold off. I'm not gonna do that for you. Sorry. But other than that, you just follow the same rules and just start. And don't worry, especially if you're young. Don't worry if your stuff doesn't look the way you want it to. Don't let people discourage you about that stuff. It's ridiculous. Just do you. Do your animation, make your cartoons, share it with your friends and family. If you want, share it online. Then yeah, should be set. Okay. Please stop copy and pasting. If that's in reference to what I said about the wheel, this movie's got to come out. That's all I gotta. That's only my only response for that. But he's probably talking to about like people copying, pasting within their animations, and I think it doesn't work for certain things. If you're doing, I usually copy and paste vectors and then I change the lines just to get the overall shape if I'm trying to be quick. But your brain can't tell. That's the only downfall. Your brain can tell. Our brains are really good at recognizing patterns. So once you see a frame afterwards and the frame's like copied, you will be able to tell it. And it's actually amazing. It's one of the most amazing things. Makes learning animation so interesting because for that Noble animation that plays when people subscribe, I copied one of the frames and it's right before the end, and then immediately my brain could tell. And I was just like, wow. Yeah, our brains are amazing. Studying animation and movement and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I do recommend it as a studying motion and stuff like that. It's just such an interesting topic to study, and it's so much fun. So much fun. Let's see. Top 10 rappers Eminem was afraid to diss. High five, Kalmar Animations. High five. I'm not going to comment on that so I don't get any beef, but that's hilarious. Imagine that, my channel having beef with a real rapper. That'd be both surprising and really confusing at the same time. By the way, the video for this week, since we're streaming, I might as well tell you guys, the video for this week is going to be a basic Tahoma tutorial. So it's going to be my first tutorial, just like an official, because I know I did some videos about it before, but they weren't really tutorials, more showcase videos. This is going to be an official how to use it. So do I have an estimated release date for Castle Dark? A lot of you guys have been asking this, and I've refrained from animating it because I was just so busy animating it. Really? I haven't refrained from animating Castle Dark. I've refrained from answering that question because, you know, we were supposed to be live in spring, and then look what happened. So, I won't mention anything right now because yeah, I don't think it'll be good. I don't want to say something and then something comes up and people are disappointed. I want you guys to be able to see this film for the glory that it is. I did mention in the Castle Dark delay video that whenever Castle Dark is ready, you're gonna see it. So, I definitely don't want to put a time on it though, because, you know, things are crazy right now. And if I could set a time on it, I would, because I know what it's like to have the hype. I've had hype for so many animated projects over the year, and I want to be able to deliver on the hype, saying like, yes, it's here, it's gonna come. But sadly I can't say when it will come. But I do understand where you're coming from. Oh snap! We got our first super chat. This is so exciting. We have the only Canadian Bacon. He gave us 10 Canadian dollars. Thank you. He says, I'm so glad I found your channel. You helped me get both through the skill set and courage to actually go through with proper animation. Thank you. The only Canadian Bacon. He's the only one? I thought they had more. I thought Canadian Bacon was a thing. Anyway, thank you so much, the only Canadian Bacon, for being this channel's very first super chat. That is awesome. Look at that. That is awesome. It can't even fit on screen. Sorry about that. The animation's playing, but it can't fit on screen. Thank you so much, the only Canadian Bacon. That is awesome. That's our first ever super chat for the entire channel. And that's awesome. I appreciate that. I'm glad to have inspired so many people just doing what I love. I was inspired by the shows that I watched as a kid, and I'm so glad to be spreading that to more people, because it brings me joy to animate, and I'm glad that it brings other people joy. I'm glad that it brings other people joy. So definitely can't wait to see your projects. I'll probably check out your channel after this, but thank you for that. Thank you for supporting the cause. Definitely appreciate that. What time is it? Okay, we have about 15 minutes left. That's usually about I usually end it after an hour for my streams. But if you guys like this Thursday motivation stuff, definitely let me know. Let me know in the chat, and we can set up something, you know. If we can do Thursday. I was gonna do Monday motivation, because Monday sounds like Monday motivation. You got the alliteration going for it. It's got everything. Might be Monday, because I released my videos on Friday, and it would just give like a sort of balance. Yeah, so someone's asking about a tutorial about how to animate with a mouse. I would just use the shape tool and make very simple characters to keep your hands from getting carpal tunnel. Yeah, because I do a lot of animation that I do, like effects. I'm using the mouse. I'm not drawing with effects. I'm just moving around nodes in OpenTunes. But yeah, I would definitely I wouldn't draw with a mouse. I just use the shape tool, make some simple characters, some kind of very stylized animation. I wouldn't do anything beyond that though, because you gotta think about your health when you do that kind of stuff. Because you guys know me, I'll take 2 weeks to edit a video. That's just clicking and clicking and moving around the mouse and clicking. So yeah, and that does not feel good after after editing a video. If it can feel bad, I don't think that you should try to draw with a mouse. I wouldn't recommend that, at least. Say hi, Nathan, please. I got that. Hey, what's going on, Nathan? How are you? Oh, man. That's funny. When I get motivated, I rewatch your videos. I appreciate that. I'm glad that I chose this video format so people can do that. So some people told David Animation that he stinks at animation. Yeah, that's the thing. Especially when you're young, I feel like people are really unfair to young animators in that way. They'll say like, "Oh, your thing's bad. You got to do this and this and this." I mean, your brain doesn't even fully develop until you're like what? Like an average 25. And at that point, if you're putting out animations, you're trying, and people don't realize that animation is not simple. I remember I got a comment before that said like, "Oh, the programs for animation aren't simple enough. The programs have to be simple." But I was just like, "But if the art isn't simple, how can the programs be simple?" You can't simplify something so complicated, or then you dumb it down and you have to take away features and stuff like that. Like, never let anyone kind of put you down about that kind of stuff, because it's not simple. It's not easy. Moving, it may seem easy, like just like a flip book in practice, but it's not. It's complicated. Like motion in real life is complicated. So animation has to be complicated. Let's see. We're going to hide all these. Let's see. I think. Yeah. So Jay Lighton Animate says, "I'm a young, small animator who watches a lot of your tutorials, and I still feel dumb because it's so hard." Yeah, so don't feel dumb, Jay Lighton. You don't have to feel dumb. It's not easy. It's very complicated. There's no reason to feel dumb, because it's not something that you're gonna get in the first try. No one gets OpenToonz in the first try. It took me years to get used to animating in OpenToonz, so it took me about, I think actually, like a solid 5 months of like trying it out, and then I kind of understood. Well, actually, it took a few. I have to remember. It took a few patches for OpenToonz to actually be usable. And if you want to learn more about that, you can ask me. You can ask Darren T. I think he knows too. It was not the most usable software when it first came out, but yeah, it's not something that's animation in general is not something that's simple. Don't let people put you down about it. You don't have to feel dumb about it. You just gotta take your time and learn. That's it. Just take your time. Tips on improving drawing skills. That's from Inai Oyelami. Tips on improving drawing skills. I'd focus really hard on the fundamentals of drawing, like construction, form, shape. I was going to say shape, but I think it's called form. Value. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's called form, right? Shape and form. I think form refers to like a 3D shape. The shape may just be the actual shape itself and a two. I don't know. I don't know the difference really, but like when it comes to the fundamentals of animation, but form refers to 3D stuff. So I think the principle of drawing is called form. Yeah, I focus on the fundamentals of drawing, really try to nail those out, and then I would go from there. Animation is a great way to practice drawing, because you're drawing things over and over and over again. So you can do both at the same time, but don't be like dismayed if your animations don't look good because you don't have good drawing skills. Just know that it'll take time to get good at drawing. This pig's got a big head. Let's get the label on this bottle and then we'll be good. Okay. That's probably all I'm gonna get to. Let's see. We have 5 minutes left. So I'm just gonna save this. Then we're gonna look to the chat and answer some questions. Let's see. Let's put the pen away without hitting the microphone. Terrific. I'll do a freestyle on another stream when I get more of my music equipment hooked up to my stream. I'll probably do something like that. That'll be a lot better. It would be cool though. Like I would love to do that. I thought about it when I made the commercial. I thought about it, like having a live performance, and it would be like actually going live. But I'm not gonna do it today. Let's see. Why Medieval Aesthetic by Tony Zielinski. I just think it looks cool, to be honest. And I love swords and like sword combat. I think it's really cool. So yeah, that's why. You and Darren T were the two first persons to make me understand the great powers of OpenTunes. With great powers becomes great responsibility. Well said. Well said, Calogero Gigante. I think that's how it's pronounced. Sorry if I butchered that. Yeah, so the first time I ever saw a video by Darren T, and this is actually how I was introduced to his channel, was when I was looking up how to get an MP4 and GIF export in OpenTunes. And I thought his tutorial was so helpful. I left a comment and I was like, dude, thank you so much. That's the first interaction I've ever had with Darren T. So, oh, we got another subscriber. Welcome. I can't read that name. I think it might be Russian. I'm not entirely sure, but thank you for joining us. I'm really good at drawing characters, but I'm not that great at doing backgrounds, poses, and movement. Do you have any tips? Characters are okay. If you nail characters, that's good. I'd recommend looking at real people. Hold on one moment. Yeah, so you look at real people, right? And then you got to learn how to sort of translate their pose into a pose that you could reference. So what I like, if I did it for this pig person right here, I would draw like a kind of like a stick figure of his pose if that was like a real person, and then I translate that onto a character. So you got to learn how to like simplify poses and also optimize poses. So if someone's leaning back on their phone, maybe you can make their back more leaned, or you can put the leg out more. You can optimize the pose to make it look more clear to the viewer. It's a completely different video topic. I can make a video on that to explain it better. But yeah, is there any way to animate on paper? Of course, you get some special animation paper. You get your light box. You just take a picture of each frame. Who would win a game of chess? Someone who can see the future, or someone who can read minds? S'mores, you had a great, and the brick challenge on the Discord animation challenge for the falling brick. You had a great submission. That's my answer to that. I have no idea. I just got a Wacom. Which Wacom tablet would you recommend to young animators? I don't know. The cheapest one, probably. I know their quality is really up there, but their prices are kind of crazy. That's all I know about Wacom. Noble, what did you use to make your intro? I use OpenTunes to make my intro. Do you watch Aaron Blaze's YouTube channel? Yeah, I definitely do. He's a really good teacher. I admire his teaching style. That guy's cool. Noble, how do you convert from vector to raster? I got you. All right. This is for Axel. Let's do this. Let's do it for Axel. I'm gonna grab this, the character lines that I'm drawing on right now. Go to level, and we're gonna go to convert vectors to toons raster. That's all you gotta do. And then the colors stay. You can color it easier and stuff like that. When's the face reveal? Never. I don't think so. See about the more recent questions. I am a kid. I'm poor. I have an old computer. and a mouse, any advice? I definitely get really good at drawing on paper, because drawing digitally is not as it's not like drawing on paper. Drawing on paper, the interaction between the pen and the paper is so unique. So I definitely get really good at drawing on paper with the pencil, and you'll be soaring once you get the ability to draw digitally. Oh yeah, no, Darren was saying that my menu didn't show on screen. Thank you for that. Appreciate that, because I'm using window capture. So Axel, if you want to convert vectors to raster levels, all you got to do is go into the top bar. You just got to go to hit level and then scroll down to convert. It's a little menu, and you should see vectors to tuned raster. So for, let's see if I can pronounce this, Geth Chen Keladen official. If you copy a frame and you want to edit the copy, the original frame is also changing it. Yeah. So I have a really short video on that. It's called OpenToonz Copying Frames. It'll explain that. So if you go on my channel, I think you can find it. Noble Frugal, do you have a Discord server? Yes. Check the description. What resolution are you animating in? My drawings always look blurry. I am animating in 1080p, but I'm using vectors, so they're always going to look good. So, Cool Jumper is having a trouble with storyboarding and planning their animations more effectively. So, storyboarding. Write a script first. Look up how to frame a shot in like videography. Look up how to frame a shot like different, like, you know, the rule of thirds, Fibonacci spiral, stuff like that. Watch movies. As for how to plan an animation, I would time yourself doing the action that you're trying to animate. So if you're trying to punch somebody, time yourself doing a punch, and then translate that time into frames. So if it takes me 2 seconds to do a punch and I'm animating at 24 FPS, then it's going to, why am I 20 FPS? That means it's going to be 48 frames total. I just blanked for a second there. Let's see. Yeah, so that's how I plan my animations. But if you have a tight time, like, and if you have like the animatic already done and you only have like 36 frames, that's when timing charts come in really handy. We should do a video on that. How do you balance working a full-time job and also your own personal art? I keep struggling to find the energy and time. Thanks for the awesome channel, by the way. Yeah, so I think for you, the setting an objective will definitely help. So you know, you can set an objective, like if you can just do 1 or 2 drawings each day of an animation, then that way, if you plan it over a week, you'll have like 14 drawings done. So each day you'll just do something really small, but you'll still get something done. So doing that will help keep you from burnout, because I know if you don't work on it, you kind of feel like, oh, I got to work on this, and you try to do a lot and you get burned out. So just try to do something small each day, something really small, and it'll keep you motivated. Do you do anything animation art related before? Oh yeah, of course I did. Not on YouTube, but I've been drawing forever. Make comics and stuff like that, yeah. When it comes to personal projects that you aren't confident in your abilities yet, would you suggest doing practice side projects first to prepare for it, or just start it anyway? That's a good question, because Castle Dark is exactly that. It's a side project because I wanted to build the skills for another animated project, which I'm not going to reveal, of course, now. Yeah, I recommend that. I recommend doing that. It's what I'm doing. I can't say do what I say, not as I do. But if you really want to make your dream project, I just make it. And then if you get better while you make it, just remake it. Do remastered. People will love that. When did you start animating? I started animating with Blender, doing 3D animations in middle school. So like 12 through... I started when I was like 12. And then once OpenToonz came out, I just jumped ship. My love was always for 2D. My love was always for 2D. I'm a self-taught animator, for anyone wondering. That's a Lovable theme song was asking that. What program are you using to present your stream? The template looks very interesting. So I made the template myself. I made the overlay, but I'm using Streamlabs OBS. Yeah. I used to make, I'll admit this, I used to make Minecraft animations in middle school using Blender. I'd download the rigs, I'd upload my skin onto that. Oh man, good times, man. Anyway, that's it for the stream, guys. We went 6 minutes over, but I'm so happy that you all came and you watched the stream. And wow, it's been a really, really good stream. So with that said, this is goodbye. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for the only Canadian bacon. The only Canadian bacon. Because there's only one Canadian bacon. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much for supporting my work. That was really awesome of you, dude. Appreciate that. Definitely check out your channel. I'll definitely check out your channel later. Because of your icon's actually pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys next week during a video or during another stream. We'll have to see. I'll probably leak some information during the week of when I'm going to stream. Do a little picture, a little banner. I like doing that. That was fun. I'll see you guys next time. Oh man. All right. I'm sorry. Well, we'll be back. We'll be back. It won't be another 8 months. I promise. It won't be another eight months. Yeah, definitely jump on Discord to continue the conversation from the stream.